The topic of discussion that we are going to deal with is we are going to talk about cystic disease of renal medulla, and under that we'll be talking about we'll be talking about medullary cystic kidney, and we'll be talking about medullary sponge kidney. So without delay, let's move to our discussion. So initially, let us begin with our medullary cystic disease. Okay, now this medullary cystic disease, right? It is characterized by shrunken kidney. It is characterized by shrunken kidneys, and another that is fibrinoid kidney. What is another? Another is our fibrinoid kidney, right? Shrunken kidney and fibrinoid kidney. And what will happen is it will develop, right? This shrunken kidney and this fibrinoid kidney, it will develop the end stage of renal disease. The end stage of our renal disease. Now it mainly involve the corticomedullary region, right? There will be the presence of corticomedullary cyst. It consists of various variant, and out of various variant there are two: the adult variant, and we have familial juvenile nephronopathy, right? We have familial juvenile nephronopathy, and we have adult variant. And talking about the adult variant, AD, it is what it is, autosomal dominant in nature, and it is also called autosomal dominant tubulointerstitial kidney disease. Why it is called tubulointerstitial kidney disease? Because there is the involvement of what? Tubular as well as interstitial, right? Tubular as well as interstitium. There is the involvement of tubular and interstitium. Okay, how it is involved? It is involved as there will be interstitial fibrosis, deposition of fibrous things in our interstitium, and similarly there will be tubular atropathy, right? And these two is what we call what? Tubulointerstitial, right? Okay, now since there will be destruction in interstitium, and there will be what? There will be atrophy of tubular region also, but our glomeruli will be totally preserved. There will be not any defect in our glomeruli, and this happens because of what? Due to MCKD12 gene mutation. It is the result of MCKD12 gene mutation, right? This results in polyuria, and this results in salt wasting. This is our medullary cystic kidney, in which you will find what? You will find cyst in the region of what? In the region midsection of cortex and medulla, right? In the region of cortex and medulla, somewhere right here you can see cyst, right here you can see cyst. Okay, the medullary cyst disease, cross section of kidney showing cyst at corticomedullary junction and in medulla, right? Okay, now moving further in the section of what? In the section of familial juvenile nephronopathy. What is this? Right, since our this adult variant was autosomal dominant, this is our autosomal recessive one. And another thing is that it causes ciliopathy. What is ciliopathy? Ciliopathy is the defect in functioning of cilia. So here the thing that we need to keep in our mind is we need to know about what? We need to know about what the main characteristics of medullary cystic kidney. It is what? Shrunken kidney, fibrous kidney, that will lead to what? In the stage of renal disease. It is characterized by presence of cyst in corticomedullary junction. There are two variants, the adult variant and familial juvenile nephronopathy. This adult variant, it is autosomal dominant, whereas this familial juvenile nephronopathy, it is autosomal recessive type. And here it is also called autosomal dominant interstitial kidney disease, since there is the involvement of interstitium and tubular atrophy, right? Atrophy. Okay, now moving toward what? Medullary sponge kidney. The thing that we need to understand is it is seen in what? It is seen in adult, right? It is seen in adult, and there is what? There is no specific mode of inheritance, so it is sporadic in nature. There will be the involvement of renal medulla, as the name suggests. There will be cystic dilatation involving collecting duct, right? There will be cystic dilatation that will involve collecting duct, and this collecting duct, they are present in medulla, and this will cause sponge appearance. As you can see right here, these are spongy appearance, and these are spongy appearance because of what? Cystic dilatation. that involves collecting duct. Now moving further, usually these are asymptomatic, but some may have what? Increase, some may present with increase in infection, increase in calcium oxalate and calcium phosphate stones that will lead to what? Hematuria. Okay, now there is how we will differentiate our medullary sponge kidney and our nephronopathy. We'll differentiate by what? By the involvement of papillary tips. If there will be the involvement of papillary tip, then this is what? This is our medullary sponge kidney, right? And in radiological imaging, there will be the appearance of paintbrush appearance, right? There will be paintbrush appearance in the case of our medullary sponge kidney. Okay, now the thing that we need to keep in our mind here is we need to know about what? We need to know about the differentiating point about nephronopathy and our medullary sponge kidney, that is our papillary tip involvement. We need to know about the radiological imaging that is our paintbrush appearance, and we need to know that what? There will be cystic dilatation, right, that will cause sponge appearance, and this is how the name we have medullary sponge kidney. Okay, this was all about what? This was all about our cystic disease of renal medulla.